Tonight at 5, key races that will determine the balance of power in Congress have yet to be called. Why it could be days before all the votes are counted. Plus, looking ahead, the race for Madison mayor is heating up after a new candidate tosses their hat in the ring. And we're following an arson case that has forced a Badger State Trail bridge to be removed. What we know so far. You're watching News 3 Now at 5. Well, take a look at this. This is video out of Bismarck, North Dakota, where communities are dealing with several inches of snow. Now, that snow won't be traveling to Wisconsin, but that same storm system will bring colder temperatures across the state. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti out of the weather patio with more. Gary?
That cold front is just out to the west, and it's bringing some scattered showers and thunderstorms along with it. Let's start out by taking a look at the time lapse from the Queen Bee Radio Skycam in Platteville. Early this morning, bright sunshine, temperatures soared into the 70s, and then you can see the clouds moving in, a couple of brief showers, and now, right at the end of the time lapse, that's when that line of showers and thunderstorms is moving through the Platteville area. Can't rule out an isolated severe thunderstorm this evening, but as minutes go by, I think the severe weather threat is lessening. Gusty winds would be the main threat. You can see a narrow line of showers and thunderstorms moving through southern Wisconsin, just about to enter Dane County from the west. They extend down toward Darlington up to the north near Wisconsin Dells, and a few light showers behind it. But you can see on 6-hour future track radar, watch at the end. You start to see some of that rain mixed with snow farther out to the west as the colder air catches up with the showers. High temperatures today, a record Madison. Unofficially 71, the old record 67. Milwaukee hit 77, that was a record. Even the 69 degrees that eventually hit La Crosse, that was a record. Right now, still 69 in Madison, but look what's happening out to the west. Decorah, Iowa right now, middle 40s, La Crosse, lower 50s. So they're on the other side of that front. But Dane County's still out ahead of it. 69 right now in the town of Perry, 71 in McFarland, 71 in Sun Prairie and in Deerfield. Look for showers, perhaps an isolated thunderstorm this evening. As the cold front comes through, the temperatures start to drop. By late evening, still at 51 degrees. But again, those showers could mix with some flakes of snow late tonight before ending. And then it's the colder air that we have to deal with for a while. I'll have more on that in just a few minutes.
All right, Gary, thank you. If Madison Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway wants to keep her job next year, she'll need to beat someone who is highly critical of the direction of the city. This afternoon, former Madison officer and school board president Gloria Reyes announced her run for mayor on the steps of City Hall. Naomi Coles was there and shares what Reyes and others have to say about the now contested race. Naomi?
What I heard from Reyes was a platform directly targeting Rhodes Conway and the way that she's handled city crises such as the protests during her tenure. Now, Reyes never said Rhodes Conway's name, but she didn't mince her words about what she thought about the current leadership. Poised and direct in her criticism.
A crisis is not an excuse for a lack of leadership.
Former school board president Gloria Reyes said she's ready to lead Madison in a new direction.
The people of Madison are unhappy about the current state of our city and are concerned about our future.
It's a job her old boss, former police chief Noble Ray, believes she should have.
She is the one. She is our next mayor. Let's go for Gloria Reyes.
Reyes cited her decade-plus working as a Madison police officer when detailing a platform that sounds a lot like a lot of other political campaigns this year.
I am concerned about our Madison today. Over the last 4 years, violent crime has risen. Countless times every day we get notification about police investigating gunshots in our neighborhoods, car thefts and burglaries.
Are you running again?
Not a chance.
Paul Soglin is Reyes' former boss. She was his deputy mayor. In his last term in 2015, Soglin did have Rhodes Conway's support. But today, he's not endorsing anyone.
My position on who I'll support will be known at a later date. You're absolutely right. I'm not going to answer it at this time.
Madison is no stranger to contentious primaries and colorful, controversial politics.
We've had primaries with 6, with 8 candidates at times over the years. Usually no more than 4 of them are to be taken seriously.
As the city prepares for another mayoral race, Soglin does have advice for the mayor's role.
Am I going to listen to the loudest voice, or am I going to try and fashion something out of all of the static?
And now, election season, once again, gets started.
My name is Gloria Reyes, and I'm running to be your next mayor.
I asked Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway, are you running again? Her spokesperson said she was working on the budget at the moment, but that the mayor loves her job and she's not planning on going anywhere. She'll have an official announcement at a more appropriate time.
Naomi, thank you. The 2022 midterm election is still not over, with a number of key races left to be determined, and we're still waiting to learn which party will control the House and the Senate. It'll be weeks before all of the U.S. Senate races are settled, with the Georgia contest now scheduled for that runoff election in early December. Incumbent Democrat Raphael Warnock is hoping to repeat his 2021 runoff success. Republican challenger Herschel Walker returns to the campaign trail tonight. It's not just Georgia's seat either that's up in the air. Election officials in Nevada say the counting there could last into next week.
We couldn't go any faster now, even if we wanted to. We in the state of Nevada must wait until Saturday to receive any of those ballots that were put into the United States Postal Service and postmarked by November 8th.
While the votes are still being counted, control of the U.S. House leans Republican, and House Republican leader Kevin McCarthy has already announced plans to run for House Speaker and has nominated a transition team to help make the switch if the GOP does win the House. It was close, but Republicans did not flip enough seats in the state legislature to win a supermajority in Wisconsin, but with district lines that favor Republicans, how did they come up short? Political reporter Will Keneally joins us to explain. Will?
Well, Eric, is largely the size of the win that we saw this week. Republicans would have needed a much larger win, like Tammy Baldwin in 2018, to pull it off.
Yeah, this was a good night for Democrats relative to expectations.
But it was still within the realm of possibilities for what we were expecting.
I think one of the biggest forecasts for the Wisconsin Assembly thought Republicans would win 65 seats, and they ended up winning 64.
Republicans were close to winning a supermajority on Tuesday. They took the one seat that they needed in the state Senate, but they were 2 seats short in the state Assembly from getting the 2/3 majority. Marquette researcher John Johnson says Republicans may have reached a bit of a ceiling.
That's really the main seat left. That's like a realistic target for Republicans from one cycle to another.
That's a seat in suburban La Crosse. It's been held by a Democrat, Steve Doyle, since 2011.
Steve Doyle is essentially the only Democrat in a marginal seat right now. So you don't have a situation where you have Democrats representing seats where they're thinking that a Republican might win it next time.
But Democrats may be looking to pick up some seats.
The 73rd and 74th districts in northwestern Wisconsin.
Those were 2 seats that Democrats lost just this year to retiring legislators.
Those are seats that they'll be hoping to win, and those are Republican incumbents who will be thinking about that for the next 2 years.
So because Republicans are close to the supermajority, they would need only a few Democrats to join them, and they would be able to override the governor's veto. Johnson said that that could depend on each legislator and the specific policy for each bill.
Well, thank you. Parents, we have a stroller recall to tell you about. Mockingbird single to double strollers are being recalled because of cracks in the frame. Now, those cracks have resulted in several injuries involving young children being cut, scratched, and bruised. If your stroller has a lot number between 20091 and 22602, you should stop using it. Contact Mockingbird to receive a free frame reinforcement kit. The products were sold at Target, HelloMockingbird.com, Babylist.com, and GoodbyeGear.com. As cases of RSV, the flu, and COVID increase, so are concerns about treating the viruses. Amoxicillin is one of the most commonly used antibiotics, especially for children, and the FDA recently added amoxicillin oral powder to the drug shortages list, citing increased demand. Pharmacists use the powder to make the liquid type of the medication that is easier for children to take. If you're having trouble tracking down the antibiotic, ask your pediatrician or doctor to prescribe an alternative. Some good and bad news when it comes to inflation. A new report shows overall consumer prices are rising at the slowest rate now since January, but food prices remain high. That means Thanksgiving will be a little more expensive, and that's because of a number of factors, including an avian flu outbreak that's killed millions of turkeys nationwide, leading to low supply. Inflation also has grocery staples on the rise. Eggs up a whopping 43%, butter nearly 27%, and potatoes cost 15% more.
Unfortunately, I think the cost of food will remain high for both Thanksgiving and Christmas, Hanukkah season.
And the latest figures also show housing costs still climbing at a rapid pace, but overall prices are slowing, a sign the Federal Reserve's interest rate increases are working. A biking and hiking trail has a big gap in it tonight. Crews tore down a bridge along the Badger State Trail in Monroe County because of fire damage. The sheriff's office trying to figure out if someone started the fire on purpose. Our Catherine Merck reports.
For those who have been on this trail just outside Monroe, they say it was once a beautiful place to walk or ride your bike. Now it's going to become an inconvenience to those who take care of it.
I have no words for it. I don't know why anyone would want to do that. I'm just hoping it's like a random act of just someone just wasn't thinking.
Crews were called to the wooden bridge on the Badger State Recreation Trail over Round Grove Road around 2:30 a.m. Damage from the fire was too much, leaving the bridge unstable. The sheriff's office said the bridge was already damaged when a car hit it back on July 1st. That crash, on top of this fire, has been frustrating for those who live here.
It has been a fair amount of aggravation for the locals because emergency vehicles couldn't come through here. Now it's going to get in plow season. You can't get your plows through here, so school buses can't come through. So it has been a little bit of contention for the locals anyway.
I tried to talk to the Greene County Sheriff on camera for us this evening. They declined and told us that this is an active investigation. Reporting in Monroe, I'm Catherine Merck with News 3 Now.
A cold front moving through Wisconsin. Gary has the latest next at 5. Plus a special honor for a Madison area veteran. That's after the break. And later, Eye on Education continues to look into the use of force in schools and how to prevent it. That story and more tonight at 6. And the inflation slowdown for October triggers the biggest one-day rally since April of 2020 for the Dow, up more than 1,200 points. The NASDAQ gained 761. The S&P 500 up almost 208. We'll be right back.
Go farther with personal checking choices. At Starion Bank, you make the decisions. Your money, your style. Apply online in just 4 minutes at starionbank.com.
This Greek food looks fantastic. Where did you find this place?
Well, I researched online. They had the best reviews everywhere I looked.
Wow, well, the reviews were right. See any other companies we need to try?
Well, now that you mention it, we do need to replace our bathtub.
We have been putting it off. Who should we use?
Mad City.
Mad City?
That's right, Mad City. They have lots of 5-star ratings on every review site.
Mad City Baths is Wisconsin's #1 remodeler for baths, showers, and walk-in tubs, installed in as little as 1 day. Plus now, it's Black Friday all month at Mad City. Call during this program and double your savings. Save $1,500 on a new bath or shower. Double it to 4 years interest-free financing, and double your bonus to a $500 Mad City gift card with purchase. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal, come have a taste of Wisconsin.
America's Dairyland.
As in real dairy.
It gives Culver's fresh frozen custard its famous rich and creamy flavor.
Like really rich.
So rich.
Rich and creamy.
And our cook-to-order Butterburgers?
They're topped with, you guessed it, Wisconsin cheese.
But it's the smiles we put on your face
with every meal made just for you.
That really makes our hearts melt.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Nice.
How to holiday the Bob's way. Mr. Gnome, you look confused. I get it. Comparing two similar items from different stores is hard, but Bob's Discount Furniture makes deciding easy. Take these two sofas. Both power recline, both have USB ports, but my Avenger Power Reclining Sofa has comfy Bobapedic seating and a neat drop-down table for fun snacks and bevs. Theirs doesn't. My Avenger is only $9.99. Theirs is a whopping $18.35. That's bananas. You know what else is bananas? Talking to a holiday gnome.
Go farther with personal checking choices at Starion Bank. Like Smart Checking, it's free when you choose eStatements. Your money, your style. Apply online in just 4 minutes at starionbank.com.
New at 6, arson is suspected in Greene County after a bridge along the Badger State Trail was destroyed.
News 3 Now shares the details of the case and reaches out to the community regarding the loss. That's coming up tonight on News 3 Now at 6.
It all comes down to this.
We're breaking down all the tools you need for this election day.
They've already been waiting for a full hour.
Our team is spread across the state.
This one could not be tighter.
I will still be the 46th governor of the great state of Wisconsin.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
After making landfall as a Category 1 hurricane in Florida, Nicole has weakened to a tropical storm and is now moving north. More than 300,000 homes and businesses are still without power, and several coastal homes are collapsing into the ocean, triggering evacuations. Chris Wynn has the latest.
And the waves just keep on coming.
Nicole is on the move after becoming the first hurricane to make U.S. landfall in November in nearly 40 years. The storm system weakening as it goes north.
Dangerous beach conditions will continue along the East Coast as a result of elevated tides.
The threat of severe weather now stretching across at least 3 states. Florida, Georgia, and South Carolina bracing for possible tornadoes. Destructive wind and rain embedded within Nicole's outer bands. South Carolina already seeing the effects as streets in Charleston begin to flood.
A coastal flood warning shall remain into effect as seas are expected to remain 2 to 3 feet above normal levels.
Back in Florida, the damage is widespread. Some homes and buildings are collapsing into the ocean, triggering evacuations. Hundreds of thousands of people are without power. Flights are canceled. Schools shut down. And in Lauderdale by the Sea, this portion of a pier partially collapsed.
There's still some wind and rain happening out there. There's really no reason to be out there. Please take care of each other.
But officials say it could have been worse, saying Nicole's peak winds coincided with low tide, which limited the storm surge and flooding on the shore, sparing some beach communities.
It's safe to say that we dodged a bullet here in Indian River County. We're pleased that we have not received much to any reports of damage at this time.
In Florida, I'm Chris Wynn reporting.
And that storm's an unusual November event, just the third recorded hurricane to hit Florida this late in the year. In our area, temperatures set to drop fast by morning. Gary joins us now with the latest.
And you can see exactly what will cause that temperature drop. A line of showers and a couple of isolated thunderstorms just entering Dane County from the west. Some lighter showers back to the west, but this is in the colder air. And if we do have any severe weather, it will be from gusty winds from this line of showers and storms as it moves through Dane County over the next hour or so. Right now, the leading edge just into the eastern portions of Iowa County down to around Darlington, moving eastward about 50 miles an hour. That takes the showers and storms into New Glarus by about 5:32. Fitchburg just before 5:40, and eventually into the city of Madison probably by about 5:45. But a little wider radar perspective, you can see that line of showers and storms extending down into Illinois. Farther to the west, you can see showers extending back into Iowa. Up to the north, different story. Heavy snow through the Dakotas, ice storm conditions in the arrowhead of Minnesota. As we take a look at 6-hour future track radar, as the cold air catches up to the rain, watch what happens. The showers here, but notice the back edge of the precipitation as we head toward just before midnight. Our western viewers could start to see a mix of rain and snow right around midnight, and it's possible there could be some minor snow accumulations on grassy areas. But the wintry weather is certainly more pronounced to the north and west, with blizzard warnings in effect for parts of North Dakota and Minnesota, and an ice storm warning actually in the arrowhead of Minnesota with winter storm warnings in between. Current temperatures right now, 72 Milwaukee, 69 Madison, 52 La Crosse, 40 Minneapolis, 26 in Fargo, North Dakota. That is a big temperature drop. And compared to the last 24 hours, we're actually 2 degrees warmer than we were at this time yesterday. But look at the temperature drop to the west, 25 to 35 degrees. And that's exactly what we'll see tomorrow. By this time tomorrow, we're looking at temperatures probably in the mid to upper 30s, about 35 degrees less than we are now. 3 things you need to know: showers, perhaps an isolated thunderstorm this evening, then turning breezy and colder with the showers mixing with snow before ending. Then much colder weather, that big drop in temperatures, below normal temperatures beginning tomorrow and lasting through all of next week. There could even be a couple of snow showers or flurries in the Tuesday, Wednesday time frame. Right now, I think any accumulations will be minor. But this storm system, you can see the big comma shape here. Very typical for a fall storm. Winter storm conditions on one side, showers, thunderstorms on the other side. Any severe weather potential, again, right along or ahead of the cold front. But as it moves eastward, the severe weather threat pretty much winding down. And as we look at future track, you can see everything moving off to the east pretty quickly by tomorrow morning. So we're actually back into some sunshine as we head into tomorrow afternoon. But it's not going to make much of a difference in the temperatures. Planning your night, showers, thunderstorms this evening. Then maybe a mix late. 32 for the low in Verona, 32 in Dalyville. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, 37 in Janesville, but skies actually start to clear out farther to the west, so down to 27 in Prairie du Chien, 29 in Platteville by morning. Tomorrow, look for skies to become partly sunny for Veterans Day, but it'll be breezy and much colder, high temperature at 37 degrees. Planning your night, there's that narrow line of showers and isolated thunderstorms coming in pretty quickly. Temperatures start to drop by 8 p.m. as the winds shift around to the north and west, but still pretty mild during the evening. By midnight, maybe another round of showers. By that time, we're in the mid-40s, but notice on the west western edge. Temperatures start to drop into the 30s. That's where we start to see that mix of rain and snow. It moves eastward pretty quickly, so I'm not looking at much, if any, in the way of accumulation. And by 4 a.m., most of that clearing off to the east of Madison. By early morning, temperatures down to around 30 in Madison, but skies actually clearing out to the west. Rainfall amounts, maybe a ½ inch to 3/4 of an inch of rain in the heavier showers and thunderstorms. Snowfall, can't rule out less than an inch on grassy surfaces if it comes down hard enough when temperatures are close to freezing. Otherwise, look for those high temperatures, mid to low 30s, pretty much through all of next week. Mainly dry, but we could see some snow showers, maybe mix a little rain Tuesday afternoon from Tuesday into Wednesday. Again, I don't think we'll see much, if anything, in the way of snow accumulations. As we look at first warning traffic right now, the Beltline just seeing a few minor slowdowns, one around Gammon Road and another around Monona Drive, and maybe one between Stoughton Road and the interstate. So right now on the eastbound Beltline, it's a 21-minute trip. On the westbound Beltline, a 15-minute trip between University Avenue and the interstate. No problems on I-3990 from the Beltline southward to Janesville or US 12 middle into Sauk City. Downtown to Sun Prairie, East Washington Avenue and US 151 takes you 20 minutes. That's your news for now. First warning traffic.
Gary, thank you. Tomorrow is Veterans Day, but some local communities have already started commemorating the day early. Natalie Eisensee, this year's Veteran of the Year for Wisconsin's Department of Veterans Affairs, was the keynote speaker at Madison College's ceremony this afternoon. Eisensee is a former Marine Corps captain who was deployed to Kuwait and served in the U.S. ground invasion of Iraq. While serving, she helped hundreds of reserve medical personnel find transportation, weapons, and housing. She is currently the manager of diversity, equity, and inclusion at WPS Health Solutions. Also today, the William S. Middleton Memorial Veterans Hospital inducted a new member into its Hall of Heroes. U.S. Army Captain Akira Toki served from 1942 to 1945 in an army that did not always welcome him being a Japanese American. However, he eventually became a squad leader in the newly formed 442nd Infantry Regiment, a unit composed almost entirely of Japanese Americans. Toki served as a squad leader during fierce combat in Italy and France, where he received a Purple Heart and the Bronze Star for his actions.
He had to prove himself not only to the Army, but also to the Japanese Americans from Hawaii and from California. And so, eventually it all worked out, but it was kind of an experience for him.
After returning to civilian life, Toki continued running his family farm in Madison until he retired in the early 1980s. During the post-war years, Toki became known not for his military service, but for his community volunteer work, especially at the Madison Veterans Hospital. In 1993, Orchard Ridge Middle School on Madison's southwest side, of course, was renamed Akira Toki Middle School in his honor. Sergeant Toki died in 2012 in South Milwaukee at the age of 96. Coming up, veterans who are exposed to burn pit toxins overseas can now apply for benefits through the VA. We'll have the details when we return.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
From single living to growing families and empty nesters, Mad City Baths can help you design the perfect bathroom to fit your lifestyle and needs. Whether it's a new bathtub, a walk-in shower with grab bars and handhelds, or even a new walk-in tub, we install in as little as 1 day, backed with a double lifetime labor warranty. It's Black Friday all November at Mad City. Save $750 on a new bath or shower with interest-free financing for 2 years and get a $250 Mad City gift card with purchase. But listen to this. Call during this program and we'll double your savings. Save $1,500 on a new bath or shower with 4 years interest-free financing and double your bonus. Receive a $500 Mad City gift card with your bath or shower purchase. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
DePaco Credit Union members are better together because together members share thank yous, a DePaco-only perk that thanks members in cash. And because you're not just a member, you're also an owner, everyone benefits. How will this year's nearly $3.7 million in thank yous benefit you and your community? Since 2016, DePaco members have shared nearly $24.4 million. We truly are better together. Join the movement where your member ownership pays. Visit your nearest DePaco branch or join online at depaco.com.
The upcoming holidays are hectic enough without having to worry about appliances breaking down. Family-owned Brothers Maine is having a Veterans Day sale featuring kitchen and laundry deals on GE appliances. The lowest prices guaranteed. Feel like family. Brothers Maine.
I'd like to thank our sponsor, Liberty Mutual. They customize your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. Contestants ready? Go! Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
How do you use your energy? Inspiring a spark of creativity? Working hard to reach your goals? Thinking outside the box to bring your vision to life? At Alliant Energy, we're creating more clean, renewable energy every single day to power what matters to you. Because even during the most powerful moments in our lives, we're not thinking about power, we're thinking about a brighter future. Alliant Energy, powering beyond.
Change it up and choose Dutch Boy from Menards. Get the best quality Dutch Boy paints at the best prices. Pick out the perfect color. We offer free custom color matching and tinting to create thousands of color options. And with Dutch Boy's easy opening, smooth pouring container, and no prep, no prime formula, transforming your home has never been easier. Save 11% on all Dutch Boy paints now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Veterans exposed to burn pit toxic chemicals overseas can now apply to get the help they need from the VA. The question is the VA ready to help up to 3.5 million veterans who may have been exposed? Mike Valerio reports.
There were some soldiers that were just sitting there in that space with this toxic fume cloud over them for over a year. And now when I think about that, in retrospect, it's honestly horrifying.
Retired National Guard Captain Rafael Barbosa flew above the battlefields of Iraq and Afghanistan. Burn pits, he says, loomed in the background.
The burn pit exposure is the wild card. You might be young, but that exposure puts you into a high-risk category, and all bets are off.
The fumes, Barbosa and his doctors say, led to stage 4 colon cancer. But this past summer, after stalling briefly in Congress, the PACT Act eventually passed. It's a new law expanding VA health care for veterans exposed to burn pits and other toxins.
How big a deal is the PACT Act for veterans?
Look, it's a big deal.
Dennis McDonough is the U.S. Secretary of Veterans Affairs. Right now, the VA is accepting burn pit claims, and in less than 2 months, the VA will start rolling out treatment.
January 1st, 2023, will the VA be ready for this influx of claims that are coming down the pike?
Yeah, so we will be ready. We've spent the last year hiring 2,000 new people. Those are 2,000 new VA staff to be in a position to work on those claims.
McDonough says he realizes the task is enormous, but he says for the VA, it's a matter of duty. He urges vets, survivors, and their family members to file claims at va.gov/PACT, even if their claims were denied in the past. Veterans are also asking if they seek burn pit benefits, like Barbosa did, will their existing care stay the same with no cuts whatsoever?
Yes, I can assure them that. They fought like hell to get the benefit that they have. We are not going to reopen your old claim, right? That is as it is.
In Washington, I'm Mike Valerio reporting.
Well, things are about to change in the Weather Department. A final check of the forecast when we come back.
Furniture and Appliance Mart's Black Friday Appliance Preview Sale is here. Buy any GE washer and get a free garbage disposer, plus 60-month special financing. Get a sneak peek at Black Friday Appliance Savings at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley off the Beltline in East Springs Drive.
Tired of that old, outdated bathtub? A beautiful new walk-in shower is just a phone call away. Mad City Baths is your trusted local source for custom bath solutions installed in as little as 1 day. Enjoy easy access, plus easy cleaning. Choose from premium wall colors, including Santa Cruz, Othello, and Quartz. If you've been on the fence about updating your bathroom, remember it's Black Friday all month at Mad City. Save $750 with interest-free financing for 2 years and get a $250 Mad City gift card with purchase. But last chance to call during this program and double your savings. Save $1,500 on a new bath or shower. Double it to 4 years interest-free financing, and we'll double your bonus. Receive a $500 Mad City gift card with purchase. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
Wells Fargo lets you know where you stand with your FICO credit score. What if you knew where you stood with everything? Like your future in-laws.
Hope you like cats.
I hope your parents like me. They're whispering.
The kid is like
Can they tell I'm allergic? Tears of joy.
Welcome to the family. Like knowing where you stand? When it comes to your credit score, you can with Wells Fargo.
Things to do this week. You pour your heart into everything you do, which is a lot. So take care of that heart with Lipton. Because sipping on unsweetened Lipton can help support a healthy heart. Lipton. Stop chugging, start sipping.
Ready to style in just one step? Introducing new Tresemme One-Step Stylers. 5 professional benefits, 1 simple step. Totally effortless. Styling has never been easier. Tresemme. Do it with style.
I became an orthopedic surgeon for a lot of reasons.
For a lot of reasons.
For a lot of reasons.
To help you take walks again. To ease your pain.
To rebuild your strength.
And at every step along the way,
we take the time to answer all your questions.
We're here because we care.
We care about you. You.
You.
They care about me.
Sauk Prairie Healthcare Orthopedics, now offering robotic-assisted knee replacement.
Ashley's Black Friday preview sale is here. Save big on furniture doorbusters, now up to 58% off. Plus 60 months special financing, no minimum and no money down. Get a sneak peek at Black Friday savings, happening now at Ashley.
Well, if you take a look at high-resolution Doppler radar, you can see a line of showers and a few isolated thunderstorms from western Dane County around Mazomanie and Cross Plains to about Mount Horeb, and then down toward Gratiot and Darlington and central portions of Lafayette County. Farther to the west, just a few light showers, but those temperatures are dropping off, and you can see by late tonight, those showers starting to mix with snow out to the west.
Oh, boy. Gary, thank you. I'll keep an eye on things for us. CBS Evening News is next.